Today in NBA 2k21 MyLeague, we will be putting the player progression rate all the way up at 100 and rebuilding a team over 3 seasons. In those 3 seasons, first one, we're just going to simulate, see what happens, see how the player progression works. Second season, we're actually going to be rebuilding the team. And third season, we might just keep it going, see what happens. Anyway, if you guys are new to the channel though, be sure to subscribe. Recently, it's been absolutely amazing the support, considering I have not been uploading as much as usual, so I cannot thank you guys enough for that. If there is a rebuild challenge you guys would like to see in the future, let me know down in the comments down below. If there's a forfeit with it as well, even better. I'll quite happily give it a go if I like the challenge. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into today's video. So what we're doing, we're going to start off with the fantasy draft. That way we don't get ourselves a set team already. We get ourselves the Detroit Pistons. Let's see what pick we end up getting here. I don't really know what pick we're going to end up getting here. It's right down the bottom. Well, not right down, 19. Let's see what happens. We'll automatically get our team, and then we'll simulate the season. So we start off with Shai Gilgeous, Jaren Jackson, Rashawn Holmes, Kevin Porter, Nas. We got a really young team, which, considering we have a progression, 100% progression, this is going to be really fun. This is going to be really fun, considering how young our team is. I don't think the biggest contract we have is Jaren Jackson. Even that's $7 million a season. Wow. We've even got a lot of salary cap net going into next season as well. That's big. That is really big. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. We got major progression coming along. So I'm hoping Shai, Kevin Porter Jr. and Jaren Jackson just progress like crazy. Rashawn Holmes, how old is he? He's 27. He could potentially not go up anymore, but that's fine. Because we got Nas Reed, who's 21. He's going to be progressing for us. Yeah, we also got Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Dante Exum, Big Pokovsky. I think that's how you spell his name. I think that's how you say his name, Pokovsky. Either way, if he progresses for us, that's even better. I don't think he's in the rotation right now, so I'm going to send him down to the G League. Alongside probably Romeo Langford to see if Romeo can progress as well. That'd be pretty good if he can do that also. But, like I said, we're just going to simulate this season. I don't really care how badly we do. I just want to see how everyone progresses. Alright, at the end of the season, we didn't do too well. 22 and 60 was the record. Yeah, I didn't expect us to do too well this season. Although, I am very curious to see how everyone progressed. Not a lot happened. Right! Let's check these stats. Shai dropped 21.5, 3 and 5. Jaren Jackson topped 21, 7 and 1.4. Nas Reed dropped 14. Kevin Porter Jr. dropped 13. He's now an 80 overall, so that's pretty handy dandy. But besides from that, not a lot happened, bro. Not a whole lot. We're probably one of the worst teams offensively, yep. And defensively, we were the worst defense, and I'm assuming we were just the worst team in the league, bro. We were literally the worst team in the league. Nice! At least we have the odds for the first overall pick, I suppose. The Houston Rockets win the championship, and Stephen Curry wins himself Finals MVP, so that's pretty cool. So let's go to the lottery, see if we do get kind of lucky here. I don't think we do. We do! We end up with the #1 overall pick, which is not normally what happens, but we do have the #1 overall pick. So Dwayne Casey, brother, you're getting fired, my guy. And we're going to bring in Mike D'Antoni. If Mike D'Antoni would like to come here, that would actually help us out a bunch. We need a better offense. Mike D'Antoni can bring that. And now if we go down to the NBA draft, we have the #1 overall pick. I don't know how we're going to use this, but we could use a couple of blokes here and try and get ourselves maybe someone that we could use eventually in another deal. Or we hold off and sign someone in free agency. That could also work, mate. That could also work. #1 overall pick, we took Jalen Green. I don't mind that. Jalen Green's a good pickup for us. Shai, Nas, and Langford can all come back. And how much cap do we have? We have enough cap for like 2 max guys. But I don't think we're going to be able to get them. We get DeRozan, but no one else. Andre went to the Bucks and Leonard went to the Celtics. Could we maybe bring in Mike Conley? We get Mike Conley and DeMar DeRozan as our 2 free agent signings. Not great. Not the worst. Definitely not the worst, but not great. DeRozan and Mike Conley together, though, can get us literally nothing. So, anybody want to give me a superstar? I'll take one. What about if I run a De'Aaron Fox and Shai Gilgeous Alexander backcourt? That could be pretty cool. Do you want to, like, give me Miles Bridges? That's gonna not work because of the cap space. Right. I will give you Nickeil Alexander-Walker. You give me Bruno Fernando. I'll give you that pick. and that pick, and that pick, and that pick. Oh my god, really? We could just get ourselves Bam Adebayo. That could also work for us. Get ourselves Bam, play Bam, get Bam at the 4, then trade Bam with DeRozan, and that can get us Ben Simmons and James Wiseman. It could work. It's definitely not the worst idea. It can potentially work. Okay, and then if we, because we don't need Kevin Porter Jr. anymore, although we could use him off the bench. That's what we're going to do. We're going to use him off the bench. So we've got a 3, 2, and 4. And potentially a 5. Okay. And we need a 1. We still need a point guard. We can somehow afford Derrick Rose. So if we do manage to sign him, which we do, move him to the 2. He's now an 85 overall. Pair him with Larry Nance Jr. Could we get ourselves a point guard? I see Mike Conley, and I think I'm going to give Mike Conley another go at the point. Which means we got 1, 2, 3... we've got plenty of shooting guards, which means we can use those guys in trades to get maybe a backup point, probably. Yeah, we got plenty of shooting guards. Which then we could use Josh Jackson, Romeo Langford to get Josh Okogie and Jalen Brunson. And then I think we should be okay now. I think we should 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need a backup power forward, bro. I just realized we need a backup power forward. What we could do, right, is get Westbrook or I'm going to get Jamal Murray and Keldon Johnson, all right? I'm going to get Jamal and Keldon Johnson. We did have to give up Mike Conley, but we did that, which means we've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got enough players now. We should be all right for now. We should be fine. I think I made the right call there. So Shai Gilgeous went up 5, Ben went up 6, Jaren went up 5, Jamal went up 2, 9 for Wiseman, 8 for Kevin Porter, 10 for Pukowski, 2 for Keldon Johnson. Gee whiz, boys. Gee whiz. Wow. We only have the singular training camp this year, and I think I've got to go perimeter shooting to Ben Simmons. I mean, I've got to, right? If you have Ben Simmons on your team, you've got to send him to perimeter shooting. But we do have a rotation of Murray, Gilgeous, Simmons, Jaren Jackson, and Wiseman. We then have Kevin Porter Jr., Pukowski, Keldon Johnson, and Jalen Brunson off the bench, and Naz Reid. I think we should be fine. I can send Paul Reed down the G League for now. See if he wants to progress for us and while he's down there. Proficiency, we'll run a 7-second system. It's 4.5 stars. Mike D'Antoni's going to run that. And we've gone from being the worst team to being the projected 1 seed. So let's see if we can live up to that. And this year we have the 1 All-Star in Ben Simmons. So this year we go 51 and 31. Better than going 22 and 60. Yes. Stephen Curry wins MVP. And we don't win any awards there. Fair enough, mate. Fair flippin' enough. Do we get... Come on, surely, right? No? Maybe? No? I bet. We finish as a 2 seed in the Eastern Conference this year, which is fantastic. I think I'm going to run a 9-man for the playoffs. So I'm sorry, Naz Reid, but you're getting cut for the playoffs, brother. Player stats, James Wiseman was our leading scorer. Really? Really? With 19, 10, and 2.3. You know what? Fair play. Then Jamal Murray with about 18 at 2 and 6. And then Jaren Jackson with 17, 7 and 2. Shai dropped 16, 3 and 6 as well. So decent stats, you know. Decent stats. Offensively, the Pistons were the 4th best team. Our defense was in the top 10. So that's perfect. And our differential was the 5th best in the NBA. I do not expect us to win a championship this season. It's just, I don't expect us to, as we get eliminated in 7 by the Pacers. And then the Timberwolves win a championship with Jokic winning Finals MVP. So we've got 1 more season here to try and get this going. We do not have a lottery pick because we kind of did trade away all our picks last off-season. Also, we don't need it. We finished in the playoffs this year. So Jamal Murray, right, can get us nothing. All right, I'll hold on to Jamal Murray. So Wiseman, Porter Jr., Pukowski, Keldon Johnson, Naz Reid, all those guys are coming back for sure. Jaren Jackson and Shai Gilgeous, I would very much appreciate it if you guys would like to be offered max deals and come back and play for us, bro, because you're both starters, brother. And Jalen Brunson, you're our backup point guard, bro. So hopefully we can re-sign all 3 of those guys, which we do. Do we have much cap space left over? That'll be a no, sir. No, siree. I'll trade Juan Toscano just because... Why the heck not, bro? The oldest person on this team is Ben Simmons. I'm kidding. It's Juan Toscano at 29. But no one is, like, super old on this team. If we go Jamal Murray here, could we maybe pick up a point guard that's a bit better? No, I'm okay with Jaylen Brown then. I'm okay with JB. Cool. Now the fun part of the video. Let's see what happens. Nothing. Ben Simmons goes up 1. Shea goes up 1. Jaren Jackson goes up 2. 3 for Wiseman. 2 for Porter. What? Jamal Murray goes down, bro. Jamal Murray goes down. We got the single training camp, and Ben Simmons, you're going to learn to shoot the 3 ball while you're playing for my team, brother. You're learning to shoot the 3. So Jamal Murray, brother. Are we able to maybe have a look around and see what Jamal can get us? By the way, Kevin Porter Jr. is now an 87 overall, so let that sink in a little bit. Could we... Come on. Anybody want to give me a cool starting point guard? I can get Julius Randle, which is cool, but... Yeah. You know what? I'm going to try and bring in D'Angelo Russell. I don't think this is going to work, but if I could bring in D'Angelo, that would be pretty sick. I don't think we have enough first-round picks to make this trade work, though, so... Oh, we might, actually. There we go. Yep, we made that trade work. We brought in D'Angelo. We now have a Shai Gilgeous, D'Angelo Russell backcourt. Jaren Jackson Jr., Ben Simmons as our forwards, and James Wiseman as our center. We then have Kevin Porter Jr., Alexei Pokovsky, Keldon Johnson, Jalen Brunson off of the bench. Cool beans. I'm going to run Ben Simmons, James Wiseman, Shai Gilgeous as our scoring options. We got a 5-star, 7-second system, boys. 5 stars, and the Pistons are the projected 3 seed. Who do the Celtics have? Because how are they projected? They've got Kawhi and Zion. Right, and then the Warriors have Edwards, LeBron, Randall, and Valanciunas. Okay, I see why they're projected higher than us. And this season, Precious Achiuwa is an all-star. I have never seen that before, but, I mean, good on him, man. Good on him. He's an all-star. We also had Ben Simmons, by the way, in case you missed it. So, Trae Young wins MVP. We earned 50 and 32 this year. And, yeah, we don't get any awards again. But we get Ben Simmons All-NBA third team. So, surely that means we're the 3 seed this year. We could be getting bounced in the first round here, lads. Just going to stick that out there. Simmons dropped 22, 6, and 7. Wiseman dropped 19, 10, and 2.4. 18, 3, and 5 for Shai Gilgeous. 15, 7, and that for Jaren Jackson. 14, 2, and 10 for D'Angelo as well. By the way, freaking Shai Gilgeous is now a 94 overall. Just going to stick that out there. Offensively, the Pistons were the 5th best team. Our defense was the 6th best in the league, and our differential was the 4th best in the NBA. First round here against the Bucks. I told you we could get eliminated in the first round, boys. I did tell you. They had James Harden, Miles Bridges, and Andre Drummond. He was an 8. He's 92 overall, James. Well, good thing I didn't have a forfeit for that video, boys! Hey! Yeah, it's a very good thing I didn't have a forfeit for that video. Otherwise, I'd be doing a forfeit right now. If you guys want to see more, be sure to subscribe. If there's any challenges and forfeits that you guys would like to see happen, let me know down in the comments down below, and I'll try and get it done for you. But really, that's about it. Thank you guys all so much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, leave it a like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace!